as we approach the holidays, I have to discuss this whole holiday dichotomy we've got going on. Just like an unnecessary and totally divisive war going on between churchianity and the hyper-messianic movement. And if you have some sort of internal struggle, like if you're feeling the pull of God to celebrate the messianic things, but you also want to celebrate Christmas and like Easter too or whatever, this video is for you, because these are things that we're just senselessly fighting about. And I want to try to offer some clarity. So you've got the churchianity side that says you absolutely have to celebrate Christmas and Easter. You got to come for a Christmas service. You got to light the Advent candles and sing the stuff and do all that nonsense. But then there's the Messianic side that's very passionate about, well, Christmas is a pagan holiday and we shouldn't be celebrating it, and Easter, coming from the Babylonian celebration of Ishtar, we shouldn't be celebrating that, and blah, blah, blah. And to everybody, I want to point out, not to repeat myself from a previous video, but go back to Romans 14. What's to say one man regards one day as holy to the Lord, and another regards another day as holy? Who are you to judge? And I know immediately the hyper-messianic side will say, well, that's true, but again, they were pagan holidays that Christianity seized and slapped a label on it. They took them for their own, and that's where the pagan origins come from. And therefore, we shouldn't do it. And so to that I say, were you not a pagan? Were you not a worldly person before God seized you? In case you weren't aware, God's in the business of seizing pagan things, seizing worldly people, seizing worldly things, and taking them for his own glory. Or were you not aware that Jebus, the city of Jebus, was an entirely pagan city that King David conquered, and God made it his holiest city of Jerusalem from the Jebusites? But then on the other side, the churchianity side will say, well, that's stupid. You got to celebrate these things. These are the only holidays that matter. And to that side, I say, are you not aware? Are you not following Jesus' example? Because Jesus and the apostles didn't celebrate these days that you're saying. They followed the biblical feasts. They followed the scriptures. What scripture are you following by doing this? By celebrating this particular day. And so, again, this is just all unnecessary divisiveness. Were you not a pagan at any point in your life? Were you not an unsaved, worldly person that God seized for his own glory? And were you not brought in as one new man, both Jew and Gentile, together for his glory? Okay, so can we all just put down our swords, put down your guns, stop pointing at each other, and if you feel like celebrating Christmas, if you feel like putting up that tree and, giving to the poor and showing agape love to your friends with your gifts, then so be it, for the glory of God. If you feel like that's not for you, if you feel like, you're going to celebrate Hanukkah and then the Passover afterwards and disregard Christmas and Easter, then so be it, for the glory of God. Let's get past this. Let's rock and roll. We got to take territory. We got to take ground. We're not going to do it divided. Amen.